Hi there and welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Julia and in today's clip I'm actually going to do a tutorial with being voiced over. So I realized they are easier to make in the sense of like explaining to you in like in a quick manner rather than blabbering for like a long time like I usually do. So I decided to, when it comes to tutorials, so things I already reviewed or I'm planning to do, specific reviews towards the product in itself, that I am actually gonna do voiceovers rather than just talking through the process. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this clip, and yeah, that's what I have to say so far. Enjoy.
Julia from the future in here. So basically this is the actual look, zoomed in, zoomed out. I really like it, so let's just get started. I'm priming, oh no, actually I'm putting some chapstick on my lips because my lips are dry as heck. So I'm using this lip smacker Coca-Cola, which tastes really goddamn good, but don't eat it, I would say. And now I'm priming my face with this Paul & Joe primer in shade 01. This is a highlighting primer, so it has a lot of glitter. Me trying to get that shade, the product out. So taking a fluffy brush to blend everything in, just because it has so much glitter in it that it gets to a point where it gets amazingly annoying on having it on my fingers. So if you hate that, do this. If not, then use your fingers. So blending everything in everywhere I can reach with my brush. Lol. Now I'm using the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation in shade Golden Beige and Soft Ivory, because I couldn't find something in between that works just as fine for me. So this is the best I can do. I'm blending everything in with my Real Technique sponge. I love a sponge rather than a brush. I'm that kind of a gal, but it really depends on your preferences, really. I just like it that way. I feel it looks more natural and smooth, although it's not gonna give me the fullest coverage the foundation can do with a brush, just, saying. Now I'm using the Revolution Super Size Conceal and Define Concealer in C2, taking one eye at a time because I feel it just gets really nice and, synced into my foundation that way. And I'm using it on my blemishes as well. I have a couple this time, lol. So I'm not forgetting about the nose as well, because sometimes I do and it looks horrendous. And because that is a big damn spot, I'm using the liquid camouflage concealer from Catrice. This is more full coverage. I don't like it necessarily underneath my eye, but for blemishes I love it. Now I'm going with Imogen's palette and I'm setting my face with two of the shades, Pretty Heart and My Gel. I like it to combine them. And I'm using the foundation, not the foundation, lol, the sponge first to blend in my foundation and then come back with a brush, because my foundation did sink and my concealer did both sink in my, lines underneath the eye. So make sure you don't set them straight away. If you don't blend, it looks horrible. So now I'm setting my forehead, my chin, my nose, whatever I feel it needs to be set. This is on your preferences, really. And now I'm contouring with shade Literally. It's a really nice shade. And I'm sorry about my piercing, because I realized you can see my solution over there and it looks nasty. It's just for disinfecting my piercing. Blending that contour on the sides. You saw I used it on my forehead as well. And now I'm using the Literally shade to highlight my jawline as well. And now I'm taking this weird looking brush that I haven't seen it such a shape before. That's why I was looking it like crazy, showcasing it. And it's just interesting because I can do the lines very nicely. And then after I do this, I just blend everything in with the flat top part of the brush, which is amazing. I think I can achieve the best as I can contouring nose type of thing with this brush. I feel like I can't speak anymore. What is going on with me? So yeah, excuse me. Now I'm going with pretty hard to make sure it looks as blended as I can make it look. And going in with shade Cayute, using it as a blush shade, which initially it's actually a setting powder for deep to deep, like medium, dark to deep dark skin tones. It works as a blush for me nicely, and I'm blending in with a sponge to make sure it looks natural. Going with Slay My Life. Now I'm using the e.l.f. Moonlight Pearls to highlight my cheekbones, just the beginning of it, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my nose. I just like it to use this one instead of the other on those zones. And now I'm using the Longwear Brow Cream from B with the Revolution drops, because this thing, it just went dry in the first goddamn day. I don't recommend it on that matter, but it's an actual really nice product if you use the drops. But that means more money to spend extra in the goddamn next day, so but yeah, I'm just, you know, kind of like dragging the product within my brow shape. I don't know how to explain too much. I'm just literally following my natural shape, which I know some people don't have necessarily like an amazing shape or are happy with it themselves. But this is what I'm doing, so, you know, make sure you're going to someone else to reference to a different routine. Now I'm going with the Alverde Brow Gel, because this is lighter than the actual pomade, and it just makes it look lighter, and I like that way, because obviously my hair is quite light. It's not very dark, but at the same time, I have my roots dark, so I want to have both colors combined together somehow, and this works. Now I'm priming my eyes with the Catrice Camouflage Concealer, which we used before on that spot. So I'm using this Sephora Revolution Dragon's palette with that shade to place it in my crease. It's a really lovely shade, and I'm taking another brush which is clean and make sure everything is nice and smooth. And now I'm taking this deep dark purple shade to place it at the end of the eye, dragging it a bit in the crease as well, and place more of it at the end of the eye to make sure the pigment is there. This is me being interrupted by my boyfriend. I even forgot I have this footage, lol. I edited this in a while, so yeah, here he is interrupting me. Bye. Coming back to playing with colors. I'm doing both of the eyes, as you can see. And I'm taking a pencil brush. This is gonna help me out to keep the shade really, you know, sticking to the actual crease. And now I'm blending everything in to make sure it's nice and smooth. And I'm taking again the shade to make sure it's, you know, it has as much pigment as I can possibly stick over there. And this is a more dense, still fluffy brush. It helps me out to make sure everything is blended, but keeps the shade within that zone much more than the others. And now I'm blending everything in again, you know, press the powder, blend, press, blend, press, blend. This is the vibe you're gonna see here. And now I'm, you know, kind of like cleaning the edges with that sponge. And I'm going straight in with Sails. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm highlighting that outer part of the eye. I find it very, I don't know, it just made something that I really enjoyed. And now I'm going with Canes, which is much lighter purple. It's not as deep as the other one. So that's why I was like, you know, no need to put the purple, the other one over there, because I'm gonna put this one, which is brighter. Me trying to find the pencil brush, because I'm going in actually all the way in my inner corner with that shade and making sure I'm not doing a mess. I'm using that. Blend, blend, blend. Going with this interesting shade from Sephora in Lavender Field, and I'm actually placing it with the setting spray you saw a second ago, which is from Primark if you're interested. And I'm just placing it as a halo eye, I think it's called, this kind of like technique. Making sure every single glitter is gone. I'm going with Mediterranean as well, and literally this shade helped out to put even more glitter, because the one from Sephora actually has more, you know, glitter sparks that are just silver. This one from Anastasia, it has different colors in it. Blending the edges, making sure they're like nice and smooth. So I'm going with canes and just literally tap a bit at the ends of the glitter. Now I'm going yet again with that darker shade from I Heart Revolution. I'm just placing it underneath my eye, making sure I'm really close to my eye. And now I'm using this Kalos eyeliner, which I was really scared of, and I had good reasons to be. It was really hard. You know, take your time with this type of brush. I did not have my other eyeliner, which is a felt tip one, on hand, so that's why I decided to go with this bad boy, which is pretty damn good, but it's really hard to use. So if you're on the go, nope, stay away from it. Now I'm using the shade Limited Edition to highlight that that brow bone. Blending in to make sure it's nice and smooth. And now I'm going again with shade Sales in the inner part of my eye, just because I decided to now put glitter over there. I think I had enough on my eyelid. I personally think so. Blending it a bit in with the actual purple on both of the areas, upper and lower. And now I'm going with this pencil from Illamasqua in shade Seas, and I'm putting it on the waterline. It's not the most pigmented, but it did a great job. And now I'm using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and I forgot to show you the bottle, but that's the actual product. It's amazing. Just saying, like the rest of the internet. Placing it on the lower lashes as well. And now I'm going with this Estee Lauder whatever lipstick in shade Shameless Violet. And yeah, I think it was definitely too much purple for some people, but I quite like it this way as well. I love it. But to make sure I'm pleasing everybody's taste, I'm using this NYX Lingerie lipstick in shade Delicate Lust, and I must say, for a wearable look, I love it. I love both. This is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial, voiced over, and I hope you're gonna stay close to this channel. Kisses! Bye bye, see you next time.